address the questions that were raised, and if time remains, I will also add a final remark. To the distinguished delegate representative of Norway and Tunisia, who asked my assessment of what happened yesterday in the Israeli parliament, which I see like yet another nail in the coffin of the capacity of Israel to respect international law, to engage with the United Nations on an equal ground. Look, that act is abominable. It sets an incredibly dangerous precedent. And it comes at the end of 1 year during which Israel has attacked with its weapons UN premises. It has damaged and even destroyed some of the 70% of UNRWA premises. It has attacked UN peacekeepers. It has killed over 230 UN staff members. It has vilified and defamed officials of the United Nations, the Secretary General, independent experts, and the General Assembly itself. I think that this marks a point of non-return. I understand the need to preserve the integrity and the unity or the collegiality of this body. But what Israel has done this year alone, put aside the Palestinians, is untenable. It's against everything this organization stands for and represents. And this is why I recommended that you consider suspending Israel from its membership to the UN until and unless it complies, at least with basic principles like ending the genocide. You call it ceasefire, I call it ending the genocide, ending the occupation, and working with this organization to end apartheid. To the question raised by the distinguished representative of Malaysia, what are the challenges that I face? Many. But I want to bring the attention to the challenges that face the Palestinians who are being slaughtered day in and day out, through and through. And frankly, I'm shocked. I always experience a sense of shock and delusion when I come to this room, because many of you recited the same script that you had in front of yourself last year. Of course, we condemn Hamas attack. Of course, we express solidarity with the Israeli victims. Of course, we demand the release of the hostages. Both the Israelis and the Palestinians. But is it possible that after 42,000 people killed, you cannot empathize with the Palestinians? Those of you who have not uttered a word about what is happening in Gaza, demonstrate that empathy has evaporated from this room. And empathy is the glue that makes us stand united as humanity. But don't worry, you can continue and you will become more and more irrelevant to the rest of the world, which is in turmoil. And it's not just the global south. Look at the young people in Europe, in Western countries, those to whom many of you, including my own country and Germany and France and the UK, are demonstrating that human rights are good to be taught in schools and universities. But don't dare you trying to exercise freedom of assembly and freedom of expressions in your street, all the more for Palestine, all the more touching our ally Israel. This is what you are telling young generations. And therefore, my last remarks, there is another question from Ireland. I want to express my appreciation and gratitude to the countries, on top of those who have already joined South Africa's proceedings in front of the ICJ, Belgium, Turkey, the Maldives, Ireland, Chile, and Spain, who have expressed their intention to join the proceedings. Please do that. Do that quickly, because justice is not the end of it, but is a step to put an end to the aberration that has been festering in Palestine and continues. And I cannot think that impunity, as I wrote in the report, impunity has not played a huge role in crystallizing the genocidal intent that has manifested and displayed this year. The last comment I wanted to share is that even the stones in this building know the truth of the unlawfulness of the Israeli policies and its practices against the Palestinians. And I'm really disappointed that 1 year into what I call genocide, and you are free to call the way you want, but you cannot leave the debate consumed and obscured behind technical and reductive reasoning, with a number of you not even mentioning the content of our report. This is not about charity toward the Palestinians. This is about your obligations, and your obligations include ensure the firm application of the Genocide Conventions to prevent the crime of genocide, to prevent, not to aid and assist in the commission of wrongful acts, not to cooperate and try to bring an end to serious breaches of international law, not to recognize as lawful a situation created by serious breaches of international law. And therefore, today, if you really want to comply with international law, there is no other ways than imposing sanctions to Israel, reviewing the diplomatic, economic, political, military, and strategic ties you have with this. And may this be the last genocide in human history.
Sure.